So today we're going to discuss the deadlift, and this lift is probably one of the most poorly executed in the gym, and this is why I like talking about the deadlift so much. And as a strength and conditioning coach, it's one of those lifts that I spend the most time initially trying to get right. Because if we don't get it right, we put our back in a really compromising position, and that's when really bad back injuries do occur. So spend the time to make sure you get this one right. So the first progression to our deadlift from the ground is our Romanian deadlift. So with our Romanian deadlift, this starts standing up. And then we have a soft lock on our knees, so it's not fully locked out like that. Soft lock on our knees, keeping our back straight. Just take the weight down to, we feel our hamstrings, and then come on up. So you can see there that the entire lift, the Romanian deadlift, is purely through what we call the hip hinge. It's learning to keep our back straight while we're closing that hip up. That's the key thing that you need to master to have a really strong deadlift, is being able to get to that position. So spend the time to do that. If you can't do it, it's just about spending the time side on in the mirror and continuing to look till you see, okay, I've got that down. That's when you can start to add load to it. That's when you can start to progress up to the standard deadlift. Again, with that, we don't move our knees at all, so it's soft lock. And a key cue that I like to use is we keep our back straight, but we're trying to put our shoulders over our toes like that. That's all it is. Very simple, for a lot of people, it's very hard to master. Now we're going to look at our standard deadlift. That's where we put the weight on the ground. Now, we look at, firstly, our feet position. So we want to have that as close to our shins as we can. So then we simply squatting down a little bit, but our hips stay quite high, so it's not a squat like that. Our hips stay high, and our shin angle should almost be at 90 degrees there. If we look at our shins, and then in that position, we want a nice straight back, and squeezing up like that. Back down to the ground, reset. So that's our standard deadlift. Nice straight back. We can feel those hamstrings engage from the bottom of that lift, and the bar stays nice and close, almost skimming our shins as we come up. The deadlift is probably the most functional lift you can get, because that's how we should be picking things up from the ground. So it's going to really help us in everyday life, as well as developing strength in the gym. So spend the time to get, firstly, your Romanian deadlift nice and strong, and progress up to our standard deadlift from there. Click the link in this video if you need help with your own strength and conditioning program. We look forward to speaking with you soon.